All right, what's going on, guys? So let's see here. We're gonna wait for some people to hop on. Hope we can get a few people on today. It's not gonna be a busy day, but it's gonna be a stable market today. If we are able to find something on gold, that will be amazing. Other than that, we'll see what's going on in the markets. So let me see, is everything working? Perfect. All right. We'll start in 5 minutes. I'll just inform the chat real quick. I'm just gonna turn back the music. I'm just gonna start rolling. All right, guys, what is going on? So this will be our second stream. Unfortunately, yesterday we had our stream open, but some technical issues on the mic. It wasn't working, but now I hope you guys can hear me. Everything is good. So we're about to get rolling. First of all, there is not much news going on today. So far as momentum, for our volume, we're definitely not going to see as much, but we could get some very slow trades going on, probably 20-30 pips at most, but we'll see what's going on in gold. So first we're going to start with gold. I want to see what's going on. Yesterday we actually took a very good trade, and we ended up securing about probably 80 pips. So I took the trade on the 50-minute chart, and it was actually because of pure volume, and around this area right here. So that was basically the entry point that I had in mind. On the 5-minute, I took it basically based on the 5-minute candle, which is this candle right here. So I had almost a, you can call it a doji or a hammer because there's no wick on the top. So I would say it's an upward hammer. So I took the trade based on this structure, based on the break of this level right here, coming back to retest, and then off this volume right here. This is the reason why I ended up seeing this trade going up higher, right? So we took the entry at 1920. And then take profit was about 1930 exactly. So that's literally 20 pips. As soon as news hit, the market just popped off, right? And my strategy is based on all volume. So whenever I see all this bullish momentum right here or bearish momentum, so I look for entries based on that level, right? Based on that momentum, because you will definitely see a higher push no matter what. And sometimes gold, you know, it can literally push 80, 100 pips in an hour, maybe less than that too. So let's see what's going on. So we might actually end up taking a trade today because we already got some rejections around this area right here at 1930, 680. So I could have took an entry there. The only reason I didn't take because I want to see some 15-minute action, which actually is happening right now. So we had a break out of this level right here, a level of support, 1928. And then if we go lower on the time frame, on the 5 minutes, so I see this definitely pushing lower. And we could, if we enter right now, we could possibly set a stop loss at probably 10 pips, just a tight stop loss, and then take this, all the way to the bottom if we're able to get to this area, or probably here. It will be a good trade. So we already had a wick on this candle. So it kind of retested a bit, but I'm just going to wait on the 15-minute candle just to see what happens, right? Because it could be just a wick, could be a fake out, and then it just continues to go up. So based on this 15-minute candle, if we get a break out of this structure, probably it will be even better because this level is really strong based on the 15-minute chart. And if we're able to push below it and then probably get just a retest, we could retest these lows right here, right, at 1919. Overall, I mean, we got gold breaking that level, that very strong level of support back at least I would say 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So that broke 1939. So I was looking for that area to break for a long time. After that wick, I knew that it was going to break because it already broke these lows right here. So now at this point, like for me, it's obvious it's going to sell more, right? But as soon as it retested these levels at the bottom right here, and we got that doji switch. So now I was just started looking for straight buys because this market could definitely push to 1939 again because it never actually retested it on the higher time frames, but we're waiting for a solid push, just a wick up here, grabbing this fair value gap because there's definitely a fair value gap on the daily. So around this area right here, if we can get a wick here and then sell this, and probably push even lower because I'm looking for this level to get hit right here. So these liquidity, fair value gap, I needed this market to grab this, close this level, and then probably if it decides to continue going up, that will be good for us anyways. So I don't predict the markets, right? It's just about adapting to whatever you see. It's very simple. If you adapt to whatever you see in the market, then you're able to execute based on, live market conditions, not predicting what's going to happen, right? But at this point, for us to even try to enter a trade, we gotta put these levels. We gotta see what happens if it breaks this level or this level, right? So based on these levels, you adapt to these levels, and then whatever breaks, you just follow the trend, and then you just execute a trade. It's very simple. A lot of people complicate Forex, and it just makes it very hard for them to understand that the concept is either, sticking to a strategy that works or, following a specific type of rules that you have, far as drawdown or whatever. So it's just, if you keep in mind two things, is just very simple, right? It's a mathematical type of situation. So based on the number of trades, if you take, I don't know if you did, if you guys over trade per day, or you take a few trades a day, or one trade a day, probably two trades a week. So for me, it depends on the market. Sometimes two trades a week, sometimes three trades a week. Depends on if I have my strategy and I can see my strategy implementing in the markets, and then I adapt to it, and then I just take the trade, right? So other than that, I definitely don't take any trades. And then there's two things, like I said. One thing is that it's all probabilities, right? So if you stick to a certain stop loss based on your account size, and then you got, let's say, 100K account on a funded account, right? So 100K account on a funded account, you have about, let's say, most prop firms have about 10% overall max drawdown, or probably 8%. So what you do is you don't take the loss percentage or the risk to reward ratio based on that $8,000 loss limit, right? You take just the whole account. So let's say if it's a 100K account, then you should be trading with 5 lots. And then your stop loss is at 20 pips or whatever. I mean, depends on whatever risk to reward you want. So for me, if I do 1%, so I have to set it at 20 pips, right? So if I lose a trade, I lose $1,000. If I win a trade, I probably make $8,000, $5,000, because it depends on how many pips I can catch, right? But it's definitely going to be more than 20, 30 pips, probably in every trade. So if you do the math, out of probably 10 trades, if you have 5 trades or 6 trades hit stop loss, I mean, that's definitely not going to be good. But if, let's say you're at, let's say 4 trades a loss, right? And then you're losing probably 1% in every trade. So out of that, at least one trade, if it goes right, you're definitely going to make all these losses back. So it's just a numbers game, right? You just got to stick to these numbers, and you got to stick to one stop loss, at least 1% or maybe lower, 0.5% of your account, and then just keep it that way. And that way, you're not going to risk as much. You're not going to lose big time on these trades, because a lot of people, man, they just wait for it to go their way, and just keep praying and whatever, and just a lot of things just don't make sense if you all do these things, right? You don't want to lose like $5,000 in one trade. That doesn't make any sense. If it goes the wrong way, then why are you still in the market? Just get out, find another entry, find another strategy to enter when you see it basically, adapting, or the market giving you what you need exactly, right? And then you execute. So we'll see 15-minute, probably, yeah, it's going to close in 2 minutes right now. So let's see what's going to happen here. Probably we're going to get a push lower than this level. If it breaks this level, we could get a slight wick to the top, and then we could get a push. So let's see what it's going to do. US 30 is looking good as well. US 30 is at a very nice resistance on the higher time frames, and it's in consolidation right now because of this level right here. If we break under this level on US 30, we could definitely get a push down, and then push to this area right here at least, or at the bottom where it broke the structure. But we could definitely get a lot of pips here. If it breaks to the top, we just adapt to it, and then we buy. Very simple. Don't complicate your trading strategy. You're just gonna have to adapt to the market. Very simple. All right, let's go back to gold. Let's see what's going on. We got 1 minute. Come on, baby, break that support. All right, it didn't break yet. So based on the 2 candles that I see right now, it's good. It's some good volume based on the 15-minute. Very 2 strong bearish candles. So it could possibly retest this area and then continue down. And then it will break the structure and then just retest this area right here. So that'll be about what? Let's see, how many pips is that? So yeah, we're looking at 33 pips. We could definitely get an entry there, guys. Could possibly be an entry. You gotta be patient with these markets, man. If you're not patient enough, they will mess you up. You gotta take your time, wait for the right point to enter. The less drawdown, the better. You don't want too much drawdown because a lot of drawdown causes a lot of anxiety, a lot of emotions. If you're still emotional, if you're an emotional trader, and that will not be good for your mindset. You will make stupid decisions and then you will end up closing too early. You'll end up closing a loss or whatever, right? So you gotta wait for it. You gotta let it play out. All right, let's see. If you got any pairs you guys want to see, go ahead and message in the chat box. I can go ahead and look at whatever pair you want until we get an entry on gold. What else we got? We got GBP, GBY. We just checked it. So GBP, JPY, it's still in that range, man. It just doesn't want to break. If it breaks that level of resistance, I'm definitely gonna buy it. But it could could create a fake out around this area and then just drop down. But overall, to be honest, GJ has not been showing any bearish momentum. It's just been literally bullshit. Like bullish, man. It's crazy. So it just keeps going up and up and up. And I want some type of retracement at least to this level right here. So if we are able to cover this fair value gap and take all this liquidity at the bottom and either continue down, continue up again, that will be good. If not, it could break this level and we could find an entry based on that level, right? And right now it's literally on the verge of breaking very soon. So we could see tomorrow at 3 a.m. London session, we could see a breakout definitely off that structure, or could just retest again and then just drop down. But based on what I see right here and based on this candle, this doji right here, that's a good area. So it's a good confirmation, basically. Good confirmation for us to see that there's a bullish momentum going on and we could see definitely a push high. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go back to gold and see what's up. All right, what you doing, gold? Minutes. Let's see, we're just waiting on a small break. It's gonna be this candle, that'll be good. Next candle we can definitely hop on and catch probably 20 pips or 15 based on what levels it's gonna retest. 4 hour, let's see what the 4 hours looking like. Yeah, so 4 hour respected these levels right here. Very strong levels. Close bearish, not yet, but the 1 hour is looking solid. Yeah, we can definitely see this guys go back to 19 and 20. 100%. I mean, like from what I'm seeing right now, all these bearish candles, we could definitely get either a U shape or probably a double bottom. And if it respects this level a few times and then we got another retest at the bottom, it could range a bit, or it could break and then just keep dropping down, right? Because we have a cycle already in this market, but it never created a new high. So that's the point. Like all these points that we're basically gold is representing to us is very solid for us to at least get a whole idea of what's going on in the in gold in each time frame. And based on the 1 hour, since it didn't create a new high and it kept same level of highs, then we could see a push 100%. Let's see, 15 minutes almost at that resistance. I would say it's gonna wick and then it could drop down. So we can either take a risk right now and get on 1927 on a sell. So we could take it basically a trade at 1927.90, and then we will have a stop loss. We will have a stop loss. Let's see, that was 27. So we will have around 29.90. So that'll be about 20 pips, just around right here. So we have our stop loss there, and then an entry over here. And then if we can set the TP right there. So if we're able to secure at least 33 pips, that will be good for us to enter. And like I said, it's all probabilities, right? So at the end of the day, you're only risking 20 pips. So no matter what you do, I mean, yeah, we're risking 20 pips to make 33 pips. So we could probably make more if we set the TP higher. But at the same time, we wouldn't want to stay in a very, I would say, like there's not a lot of momentum, right? So it's going to be a while. It could consolidate here and then drop. And it just could take a while to get to that, that bottom 1920. But to be honest, what I see it hitting is this level right here, because it actually broke it. When it broke this level, it retested it. And then these two levels. So we could expand our TP there probably to, probably to 1923. So that will be a good area. But I want this 15-minute candle to go a little slightly higher. Slightly higher. We can even, like when we get an entry here, we don't have to wait for it to, let's say if it ends up going up and it closer to our stop loss, so we can actually exit earlier, because, I don't see it for us. I don't see why we're still going to stay in this, right? Because if it breaks this level, we're able to see another push all the way to the top. So there's no need to stay in the market, right? But to be honest with you, like I said, this is a risky set. This is called, I would say this is a risky setup. If we want a better setup, we'll wait for it to break this level and then get a retest off of that level and then probably sell. So it will be actually better for us to wait for it, but we'll see. If it comes to this area, I'm going to take a sell. If it breaks, comes back a retest, I'll take a sell. We can't get scared of these markets. At the end of the day, we know what we're doing. We know our stop loss. We know our TP. So you're set. And we got 5 minutes until 1 hour candle closes. And 1 hour candle closes, going to be a nice bearish candle. and probably the second candle, because of all these wicks, the second candle could wick up to 1927. So if this end up closing a little bit lower, get the other candle to wick, retest that 1927, and then just keep dropping down. The 4 hour, it's on a level of buy as well, but I haven't broke that level, so we could see still struggling. Gotta beat the matrix. Thank you, bro. Thank you. What's up, man? How you doing? Do you have any charts you want me to look at? What pairs are you trading right now? Do you have any setups or anything going on? Right. We'll wait for it. Just let it play out. We'll definitely have more people in the near future. Gonna pump these streams. I blew my comment, just making it easier. Nice. So you sold on the top of that resistance, or you just entered? I mean, blowing your account, man, it's like I said, everybody's been through it, right? And the only reason a lot of people blow their accounts is because it's either they're over leveraging. A lot of times you will hear that. I mean, everybody's gonna tell you that, right? It's either you're over leveraging or you're not sticking to a strategy or stop loss or whatever, right? Because when I used to blow accounts, what the problem was I wasn't following one strategy. And second of all, I will always move my stop loss. Like, let's say if I set a stop loss at 20 pips, I'll be like, I'll move it slightly a little bit higher because I feel like it's still gonna drop. I still believe, like, you can't believe in the Forex market. Like, there's no believing, like, oh, I believe it's still gonna drop because all my technical analysis is good, or all this etc that I've seen, all these points that I saw, whatever, it should drop, believing that it should drop. No, it's not like that. Once you see that the market is not going your way, you need to exit as soon as possible because you can always find other entries. It's very simple. The market, you just got to treat it as basically your enemy. It's your enemy. It's not your friend. Yeah, it's making you money, but at the same time, it's going to make you lose a lot of money. Like, it's there to make you lose a lot of money, right? So you got to take your time, set up strategy, set up a stop loss, and just focus on building based on risk to reward ratio. Risk 1% in each trade and make 5%, probably 2 to 3% in each trade, right? And you just keep doing that. It's all probabilities, man. Take your time, and hopefully with these streams that we're gonna do, probably you could learn a few things. And I don't know how long you've been trading, but it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time, 100%. And I would say, like, to be honest with you, instead of putting your own money in it, what I've realized is starting with a prop firm is actually a good idea as well. Getting a funded account, at least you get a higher capital. You're putting the same $500 in a live account. Just might as well just buy a bigger account and just trade on that. Practice. That's all it is. All right, so I guess 15-minute actually ended up closing inside the level. So that's interesting. So yeah, we could definitely get that retest up top, guys. 2 years now. Gotcha. Yeah, man. I mean, to be honest, not to put you down or anything. I mean, it takes a long time, bro. Like like I said, I've been trading for about probably what now? 8 years, 9 years. So I started way back in network marketing, and then after that, just ended up doing my own thing, whatever. But I blew so many accounts. I lost over 100K in trading in the beginning, and then I just started, just studying more, getting, these strategies down, and following my, my strategy, my stop loss, my risk to reward, whatever. Right? You gotta stick to something. You just gotta you can't keep bouncing off of either people, signals, or whatever, but you just wait for it. So TP, I'm gonna have 2 TPs on this one because we could see it pull down, man. We could definitely see it go down lower. So my first TP, will be on 1924, and then after that will be 1923. But I'm waiting for that retest to 1927. Straight up range right now. Let's see, 4 hour close bearish. That's perfect. So having that means it's either gonna respect this level and actually not breaking, just go up, or we'll see. We could get another pull down to these levels right here, at least before we go up higher. It's struggling to go up. Like all these wicks right here is struggling to go up. Thank you, man. Yeah, just come around these streams, man. We'll definitely I'll help you out as much as I can, and I hope to see you win and make a lot of money, man. Everybody wants to succeed in this industry, and it's pretty hard. You just gotta stick to it and don't give up. That's all it is. Don't give up. I hate slow markets. That's why sometimes I just don't trade in these market conditions. I only trade on volume because, like yesterday, to be honest, as soon as we got into the trade, guys, like it literally popped off, right? So as soon as we entered right here, all I just kept seeing is just bullish candles. Boom, boom, boom. Like it was flying, right? Yeah, so see, it's didn't even, like, the drawdown was very minimum. So as soon as we entered, it just kept going our way. Seems like it's going on our way. Yeah, I definitely see it dropping, man. I definitely see it dropping. I mean, since it retested a few times here, and then we got a nice, bearish engulfing right here, breaking these this level right there, then we could definitely get a push 100%. But right now, 15-minute candle just closed, right? So we got another one open, and looking at this candle, it could possibly retest at that top level at our entry, and then it could either create a doji, or it could just wick and just drop and break, right? So it could just so many things can happen. So we'll just see what it's gonna do. Like over time, like I only trade gold, right? That's the only pair I trade. I don't care about if I see a very golden opportunity in any whatever pair, right? Like depends on, like for gold, it's very simple for me because I've been trading it for a long time and I understand it a bit, right? Like I understand how it moves. I understand these levels. I understand, like, these fake outs or wicks. Like so many things happen in each pair, and you just gotta understand each pair, right? Because let's say for GJ, for example, for GBP JPY, no matter what you do, no matter how you technical analysis, you do your technical analysis on GBP, JPY, it will always not respect levels, or it will always just wick higher and then just drop back down to your entry or to your level, right? Like DJ is always like this. Just all it does is just wicks up very high. So it's a very complicated pair, and sometimes it just doesn't move as much. But when you see volume coming in on GJ, oh, you must definitely join that trend, because it can push very high. What leverage should I use for small account? So I really don't like. For example, I've been trading live accounts like 1 to 500, and I've been trading 1 to 10. I've been trading all this stuff. The leverage, it could either support you or help you in two ways. It can support your trade entries, your lot size. You can get higher lot sizes, and of course, if it's very tight, then you're basically they're basically helping you not blow your account if it's a low leverage, right? But the thing is that I really don't care as much as I don't care that much about leverage. Like, no matter what leverage is my account, as long as I'm sticking to that 20 pip lot size, the 20 pip stop loss, and I'm calculating based on, like, the lot size is calculated based on my account size, right? The risk that I'm gonna take. So if I have a 100K account and my trade setup is 20 pips stop loss and 50 pips take profit, then that 20 pips, in order for me, you either can do two things. You either can do one trade or 5 lots, or just split the trades based on the lots, right? So if you do 5 lot, that's $50 per lot. And then if you end up risking $20, then that's $1,000. So I'm only risking 1% of the whole entire account, right? So that's the whole point of these risk to reward, and sticking to these stop losses. It will help you no matter what, no matter how much your leverage is. As long as you don't over leverage and just put crazy lot size. Like, for me, I would never put a 6 lot on a 100K account. I will never do it. Not yet. You know what I'm saying? Because every trade, I have to stick to that 1% risk to reward, right? Like, no matter what, if my account is at 200K, then, or 150K, then I'll bump the lot size a bit, because now I have more capital, right? So I'm able to risk more. So what's the 150K? 1% of that, you can calculate it and then just up your lot size a little bit by little bit. That's how I do it, basically. So this is I don't focus too much on leverage, man. I can play with any leverage, doesn't matter. As long as you have a strategy, you're good. I don't know why people over leverage for some reason. Like, some people will place like crazy amount of like right now, for example, if we enter at 1927, if I can choose to risk 2%, but I have to double my entry, right? So I have to enter a 5 lot and another 5 lot on it. So that's 10 lots in total. If I end up losing both trades, then I'm risking $2,000. So now my loss went higher, my loss percentage went higher, and now I'm risking $2,000 in this particular setup or trade, right? But you don't want to do that at the beginning, because all you want to do is you're trying to, like, once you get professional and once you know exactly, okay, this is actually a good trade. Like, for example, yesterday when I took this trade, I know for a fact that was like, I don't want to say that, but like, I know it's going to go up because of the volume. So it was like a very high probability trade. And that's why I doubled my entry on it. So as soon as the trade went into profit, I moved my stop loss into break even, and then I just let it ride. That's all I did. So now I had a very zero risk-free trade, and it can do whatever the freak it wants, It can go down, test my entry, break even, no problem. I can find another entry. Like, don't be like, oh, damn it, touched my entry and then it went back up. No, it's okay. There's so many opportunities every single day. So many opportunities, man. The amount of freaking pips you can catch in Forex in one day is just insane. You just gotta either based on whatever you're a swing trader or a day trader or a scalper. You just gotta wait, play patiently, and just let the market give you what you want. That's all it is. So right now it looks like 15-minute is trying to break that level. Let's see if it's just a wick or a breakout. Hope that helped a bit, Wiki. I don't know what leverage you're using right now, or if you're trading in prop firm or live account, your own personal funds. So, like I said, there's many ways to not even think about leverage anymore, because why do so if you're not going to over leverage, right? If you don't over leverage, then you don't want to think about leverage that much. 1 to 10, you can still, like I said, it's all numbers game. 100K account, you can still place good lots. But yeah, just to give you a specific answer, I would say, let's say if your account size is $500 or $1,000. So $1,000, you have to play, of course, with. Let's do the breakdown real quick. So if it's 1K, and then based on your stop loss, of course, if your stop loss is usually 10 pips, 15 pips, 20 pips, let's say I'll do my stop loss 20 pips. Sometimes my stop loss is very low. Sometimes it's actually 8 pips. Sometimes it's 10 pips. Based on the trade, based on what I see in the market and what where I see these levels, because remember, we don't want to be those, retail traders. We don't want to put a stop loss where an institutional trader or institutions actually spike the market just to close you out of the market, saying get the hell out, just takes you out and then it continues the way you want. You don't want to place your stop loss at these levels, right? And that's why a lot of people, like, based on your entry is very important. Like, your entry point is so important. Once your entry point is on a really good area, and then you're able to tweak that stop loss and set it up where the market could never get to it, that's it. You should be good, But that's why I trade on these lower time frames. It makes it very, very easy for me to set these low stop loss. Gotcha. So yeah, man, to be honest, I don't know if you ever tried a prop firm account, but I would suggest to go that way, because I lost so much money, like before, when I used to, like, let's say I have $500 account and then I deposit in my live account, and then I ended up blowing that $500 account, and then I deposit another $500 account after that. So the cycle keeps repeating itself, right? And you keep blowing 500, 200, 300, 100, and then you just keep putting a little bit more every single time, whatever, and then you just find yourself actually losing probably $1,000, $2,000, and you could have bought a very large capital account, prop firm account, and then just have that capital and then just trade slowly. Take your time. You have a very large loss limit. You have a very large daily loss limit and an overall loss limit, and plus a high leverage. Not that high anyways, but still, for the account size, you're able to trade bigger lot sizes. And then you just take your time on that, and then just trade only when you find good probabilities. That's it. That's the only time you trade. And God, if you overtrade, man, this is where it kills everybody. Overtrading will destroy your career in Forex. And believe me when I say that, because I've done that so many times. I've traded 50 trades a day, 60 trades a day, scalping in and out, and it was not worth it. I will tell you that. Yeah, I would say save up. You can practice. You can use this account to practice the one you have right now. Just practice on it more. Get your strategy right. Get your stop loss right. Get all these things right. Just practice more and more and more. And then after that, when you're ready, you can either do the FTMO funded. They have like a trial you can do. So you can go to FTMO. You can do a trial and try their challenge. And then just keep doing it. Keep doing it until you pass it. And then once you pass it, then you're able to actually purchase that account and then do it. Hopefully have a live account, and you can earn good money, man. You can easily earn probably 5 to 10K on a 100K account, a month. 10% is doable. 5%, 5K is good still. All right, it is still there. Could possibly get our Rick right now, actually. Let's see. All right. Come on, go. Gonna move a bit more. You're very welcome, man. Anytime. I hope we definitely get you going, man. Just keep hopping on these calls. Invite your friends, anybody that that's struggling. I will do my best to help you out of that cycle, because it took me a while, to be honest. It took me about probably 6 years to get out of the cycle of losing, right? And the only reason why it took me that long, because my mindset was pretty messed up, to be honest. I was greedy a lot. I was up probably sometimes $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and I don't take it. I don't set my stop losses. I don't set my take profits. So many things that I could possibly do wrong. Yeah, if you whatever you're doing, wherever you're doing wrong right now, you can go ahead, just message me, a message in the chat box. Just let me know, like, 2 things do you want to change right now in your trading strategy, like 2-3 things that you want to change right now that is not working for you. $9.18. So yeah, we'll see. Probably another 30 minutes or so. We'll see. I'll probably close until 10. If we don't see anything around 10, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and end the stream, because like I said, it's gonna be a very slow day today. But it's a week of mad volume because we have non-farm payroll and a lot of other news. So we could definitely get good setups. And I'm not creating, like, just to let you guys know, even like I don't make too many. Like, it's not about making as many pips as possible in 1 week, right? It's not about that anymore. It's not about like, oh, you guys see all these signal groups making like 1,000, 2,000 pips in a week or so, whatever. It just, to be honest, it doesn't matter anymore, because like some signal groups, they overtrade and they don't calculate their pips right, and sometimes they're not very transparent on what they do. So the thing is that with making pips, is as long as you have few good trades and you're making a good amount of money every single week because of your risk to reward ratio, and you're not losing as much, you're actually winning instead, then you're good. You don't have to calculate your pips at this point. You don't have to calculate as much pips as you can or can get in 1 week. Just let it roll based on your trades. That's all it is. You don't have to have targets like that, right? Don't set targets of pips or amount of money or Because sometimes if you set a target of money, you'd be like, oh, I want to make $100 a day, or I want to make $50 a day. It's not ideal, to be honest. It's not like that. The markets are not like, they're not set to give you a consistent rate. Or if you will, basically, let's say if you're sticking to a strategy and that strategy is making you on the 5 minute, or you actually making 5 pips, you're making $10 every single time, these type of entries, yeah, probably you can do that. But still, I never calculate it based on every trade, because sometimes I make a trade today, probably 2 days, 3 days I don't trade, another trade I trade, but in those trades I actually make good, decent money, right? Like you're making 5 or 10K above, so you're still closing the week very strong because the lot sizes, right? Don't get scared to place 5 lots. Like, don't get scared to place 6 lots. As long as your account size is big, as long as you're 1%, you're risking 1% per trade, then you can place that lot size. It's a piece of cake, man. A lot of people get scared when they place lot size, 1 lot or 2 lot or 3 lot. You know. Alright, I guess it's coming, guys. Could we get an entry or no? I mean, I don't like that doji, to be honest. I really don't like that candle right here. 5 minute, let's see the 5 minute. Yeah, the 5 minute has the same thing, so it could switch up. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for it. I'm gonna see what the 5 minute and the 15 minute candle will do. If it retests the 1927 probably one time, and then it closes below that level, and then we have another retest, maybe we can enter that. But if we see it break that level, we are closing this trade before we even hit stop loss. And even if we like, let's say it wicks, right, and we didn't end up getting in the trade, we missed it, so it's okay. Even if we missed it, we can definitely enter at another area, at another point, right? If it breaks 1926, we can definitely find another area right there too, because as you guys can see, it wicked so many times, it retested so many times that level and it didn't break. So obviously it's a very good level to respect, and it's a very good level to look at. Once it breaks that level, you could definitely find an entry there. Well, excuse me. But yeah, just gotta let it play out, guys. So now we got that retest that we wanted. The 5 minute is gonna close very soon, so we'll just see what it's gonna do. Is it gonna wick? Close below, close above? You never know. But looking at that bullish momentum right now that is going on, and based on that doji right here, that could be an indecisive market, it could be a flip, you never know. Let's see and adapt. Let's see if I can actually make this very low. Let me know if you guys can hear me still. I'm just gonna put this on, just keep it low. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? There. 1 more minute. 20 seconds. So we got one candle close below. Now it looks like we could, let's see, was it 5 minutes? So 15-minute candle is going to close very soon as well. We have 4 minutes on it, so could create a wick. Okay, got 30 minutes. 30 minutes ended up wicking at that area, so we ended up respecting that area. So we still didn't get a close below that level. 5 minutes pushing up. Let's see if it creates a wick or not. Guys, let's see. Could wait another 5 minutes in this one actually. If this candle ended up wicking like this and it closed as a doji at the top or close below that level that we're gonna enter, then we'll take a trade for sure. Because that'll be our confirmation. So it's obviously retested this level right here where these two candles close, 2 candles close right here, and plus this, I would count it as a fair value, yeah, because it actually broke this level. So we have this area right here. Let's see. Closes below, that would be really good. There's no wick at the bottom, so the candle has no wick. So that could be a very good point as well to consider, because it's either good or bad. It's gonna be a doji, guys. Looks like we might get an entry there. You better close below that level, girl. 30 minutes. Closing bullish right to that level. Let's see, just wait a bit. More than one confirmation doesn't hurt, guys. Like I said, the only reason why I'm hesitant to trade, to get in right now, is because of this candle right here, and because of that bullish momentum that is going on right now. So it could push definitely higher. It still didn't give me what I want, other than just closing that candle below that level. But this candle right now broke that level, created another new high. So if this candle ends up closing above this level, which is 1928, then it could definitely push up higher. If it ends up closing below, and then we get another candle close below that level, then we definitely have a sell entry right there. But like I said, it's bullish, man. It is obvious. Like I said, like it's either gonna create like a U shape, you know, like that teacup, whatever pattern. I'm not too big at patterns, but it's just a small teacup that it could create, and then respect this level because of these two wicks, and it just shoots up, right? So it could possibly do that, you know, possibly continue going up and actually breaking that 1930 level. Give me what I want right now. So no entry yet, and if this candle looks like that, it's definitely gonna keep going up higher. So when I see the markets like this, guys, especially like I said, especially on a very slow day, it can either, you know, consolidate or range, or just move very slowly to a point that it just gets very boring and it's not worth it to you know, try as hard as you can to find a trade. It's not worth it at all. Like if there's nothing there, it's not worth it. Just wait for another day, wait for another, you know, another very nice bullish momentum, bearish momentum. Find a lot of volume, get it. All about volume. So now 5 minutes about to close, and looks like this won't be that one more. Yeah, so as you guys can see, it broke. Definitely not a good sell for me, so I won't be looking for a trade at this point, right? So yeah, I if it breaks that 1930 level and we see another push up to the high, I will send a signal in the group chat. Other than that, I will definitely not enter a sell at this point because I don't see any of my strategy or points that I want the market to show me happen. So unfortunately, we won't be able to take that sell trade to DA. So we'll see. It's definitely pushing. Like I said, that was a confirmation. We could have actually bought there. We could have got an entry at that buy right here, but mainly I was looking for sells. That's why I didn't enter a buy. But definitely adapting to that level right here, and adapting to that candle would have been good. We'll just wait another 30 minutes, guys, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Actually, about 50 to 25 minutes. So yeah, we could get a retest here, and then it could push up. Candle could close it like right here. If it closes bearish right here, it could be actually just a fake out, right? So there could be a good point to enter as well. But all these bullish candles are just showing that the market is going to go up high. Just give it another 2 minutes or so. I'm actually going to end it instead because we're not going to see anything right now. So we'll just do the other stream tomorrow, and then probably we could catch something. Depends on the market. Another 5 minute closed above. That just shows that the market is going to keep going up high. Just gotta close right there. So it closed literally above. So this is definitely gonna be pushing up. Yeah, so it's a good buy guys. Could keep still buying. If it breaks that level, it comes back to this range right here, then Yeah, it could be a wick because on the 15-minute and the 30-minute, right, it didn't break. So it could just be a wick. And then if this 15-minute closes below this area and it creates a doji there, or it creates a bearish candle, we could see a push at the bottom. And it could be ranging here, right? So it's like almost like a head and shoulder type of pattern. So the 15, we got the confirmation of like a 5-minute it broke and we saw that it's gonna buy, right? But on the bigger time frames, like the bigger time frames, like the best way to use them is that if it actually closes below a level that you want or above the level you want, whatever, it gives you a better confirmation because it's a higher time frame, plus it's a very solid confirmation for the market, right? So it's either gonna go either up or down. Based on higher time frames, you can go and get that confirmation and see what's gonna happen, because like I said, this could be just a fake out, right? On the 5-minute, it can easily go back to this level, to the bottom, and then just continue selling easily. But the 30-minute, if it closes like that, yeah, you can definitely see a push. But even though I won't be taking any trades today, so I'll see you guys on the next stream. Hope you guys enjoyed your time, and I hope you learned some things off the stream. Like I said yesterday, we caught really good pips on our gold trade because of volume. So I hope we can see some volume tomorrow, but I don't think so because there's not as much news. There's actually good. See, 2 p.m. Let's see, because usually we get a lot of push on gold around 3 a.m. right? So 3 a.m. we get a lot of actually push. So seeing this type of folders tomorrow, we could see some momentum. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for our future streams, and make sure that notification button is on as well, so you get notified here, and I will notify you as well on Discord. But thank you so much for your time, and I will see you guys on the next stream. Peace.